UK present the 20 Megabyte Doctor Who podcast.
Hello and welcome to the 20 Megabyte Doctor Who podcast, episode 617. I'm Adam, and I thought I might be able to muscle up a quote out of thin air. But,
just say, oh.
Oh no, I thought of one. Shh, shh, shh. And here's Mary Lang.
You took your eye off the horizon just as things were coming over it.
Kirby Bartlett Sloan.
See the mouse survive inside a revolutionary diving bell.
And you may not believe this, but Debbie Melrose.
Your car just assassinated its driver and then attempted to kill us.
Yes.
Yes, people.
Yeah, that's a familiar sounding voice.
Yeah, I think people people will think it's an AI, but yes, it isn't an AI. It's
Debbie AI. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
The real one.
Let me see when you were last on.
Oh, here we go.
Please don't. No, it's been
Let's
a hell
scroll
of a time.
down.
Is it 2013?
No.
I was
I'll
trying to
know
find.
in a second.
Yeah.
This is-
Sorry.
we've got hundreds of episodes, but I do have a spreadsheet that has
Oh, Jesus Christ! Right. Well, for the benefit of Debbie being on here, I don't think I've got anything
Debbie?
come through an email.
Yes.
Debbie?
Yes.
You last joined us in September.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought it
God.
would be something like that. It's
Well,
been a hell of a time.
The episode was released in September. We probably
Yeah.
recorded it in August.
You've got to bear in
Yeah.
mind. That I haven't been on the show since September, so it's not a major big deal.
It's been a bit rough, guys. That's what I'll say. So yeah.
Right, now we've got this not only the audio feed, but on this audio feed I can send this through and you can fight over who's going to read it. Isn't that fantastic? That's the only thing we've got, so it's going to be quite a quick show today. Right, so today we're going to be talking about Spyfall. I haven't got anything from Andy Nunny. Obviously the main plan was, apart from to do 2 episodes, because we forgot about this, to do 2 episodes every show, and this rather works with that because it's a 2-part story. But Andy Nunny we're going to play his feedback first, so as I didn't have to do too much of a synopsis. But I'm just checking through
Are we sure that he didn't? Because he seems to have.
I haven't got anything from
I've got something from Mr. M.
Well, we'll do that later. I'll do a rough. I can't. I was watching it over the last few days. Yesterday and today, and I can't remember the beginning bit. I remember there was a bit of stuff going on, and then Stephen Fry kidnapped the Doctor and took her back to sort of MI6 or something like that. And then there was mention of UNIT, and which made me think, oh, well, it might as well be UNIT. They could have worked Stephen Fry into UNIT somewhere along the line, but of course it's a spy story, so they have to have somebody with a letter as their name. No, it's not the Master. He's later. He's O.
Master.
Oh God.
Master, the thing is in the previous story, I believe it was the previous story, they established, in the Christmas special, they established that UNIT had been defunded and no longer existed.
Yes, but then he mentions it as if it existed. Oh, well, there's other departments to deal with this sort of stuff. That's gone quiet again. Torchwood, he said.
They do note that it doesn't exist. I don't have the script up because I didn't expect to need it.
It says word Torchwood and UNIT. He'd mentioned them anyway. We didn't last very long, sadly. All this time we've waited for Stephen Fry to be in proper Doctor Who, and he lasts about 5 minutes before he gets digged.
I think that's how I'd want to be in it, really. If I was famous, I just want to be in Doctor Who. Just kill me off. I don't care. Oh,
so if you add all of John Davies' appearances in Doctor Who together, they actually add up to a longer amount of time than Stephen Fry was in this episode. But anyway, there was a point in which when they got kidnapped, they were in this car and being transported by these tough people to MI6. That the car went rogue, and it reminded me a little bit of the Atmos thing in the Atmos story when the sat-nav went rogue. And there was a bit of a sort of battle with the car going backwards through traffic. surprised the police couldn't come and arrest them, because it was very, very naughty. But they of course after a very gripping scene, that they did eventually sort of stop the car. I would have just jumped out quickly, but they did sort of dawdle a little bit. Or did they not just drive the car back in the right direction? I wouldn't have been driving that car, not after the...
Yeah, but the car was accelerating. I don't know that I would jump out.
No,
Yeah.
they blasted the dashboard for starters. Oh God, I wouldn't have been driving that car. I probably would have just jumped out and run, and maybe used the sonic note paper and a sonic screwdriver to hijack another car, and then driven up to MI6 to watch Stephen Fry they did very quickly. But that was quite a nice scene with the MI6. It felt,
He's been deaded.
yeah, and then the old...
Master.
Not yet, he's not until the end of this episode. Because you jumped forward too far, Kirby, for goodness sake.
Master. Who had the quote, "You took your eye off the horizon"?
I did.
Because
I did.
guess what, Master?
Same quote as last time.
Everyone's getting handed all the spy gadgets.
Yeah.
And C said the country has other organizations that deal with all that. Unit, even Torchwood. And the doctor responds, "They're all gone." Oh, C, you took your eye off the horizon.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we have stuff coming through on the live feed. Well, just one word. Hi from Lillian Robin. Hello, Lillian. One of 4 people watching the show via the medium of Facebook. So the Stephen Fry has been deaded, and the doctor. Well, they sort of told it. They've sort of talked about the mission a little bit, about this Daniel chap who's in charge of something that's akin to Mega Google, sort of like a super duper, never really possible at that time Google, but maybe it is now with all the AI stuff going on. And I don't know, is he supposed to be like an Elon Musk type character? I don't know, but he seems to be a bit...
kind of.
Yeah,
He's kind of a combination of...
Like a pantomime
more
villain
of
version.
More of the of Facebook guy.
Oh, but I think he comes across really nice, the Facebook bloke. Mr. Musk comes across as being a little bit deranged. Maybe it's because Mr. Musk sort of dyes his hair black, and the bloke with Facebook bloke hasn't quite got to that stage yet. I don't know. Anyway,
Musk was more of a genius, you know. He can.
He's what?
It's because he's that much more of a genius.
Is he? Is he in real life?
Yeah, you know, ordinary boundaries don't exist for him.
Okay, that makes sense. That's just like the character that Lenny Henry plays in this particular thing. Yeah. But he's had a sort of a bad upbringing.
He is not entirely human. He's
but I think he's human enough for it to count. But so he had something against his mother, didn't he? That he wanted to prove something to her. And once he did prove something to her, he went and killed her. But that's later on in the story. Anyway, so he's they've been.
She obviously didn't like him very much either.
No, she wasn't very nice. Well, he did tie her into a chair, and God knows how long. It was like a commode, really. It must have been a commode if she sat there all that time, or at least
I love Lenny Henry's old Doctor Who skits, though. They're fun.
Yes. Anyway, back to the bit I got up to, because we're jumping ahead a little bit here. So they're sent on a mission. They decide to split up with Ryan and Yaz going off to seek out Daniel, and the Doctor and Graham going off to do some spy work, and off to Australia to meet this the chap who's supposedly going to help. When Deb was watching this episode, the first episode with me, and those sort of bright, shiny creatures kept on coming through the walls and whatnot, she said they were Cybermen. They did look a bit Cybermenish. I think there was a little bit of...
I think we were meant to think that.
Yes, I thought that too.
Yeah, it did feel like that was kind of where they were leading us.
Yes. But obviously they came through and it looked like they were killing people, when in fact what they were doing was transporting them. But Yaz, it was quite a funny scene when Yaz and Ryan went in to interview, pretending they were journalists to interview Daniel Burke. And the funny thing about that...
I'm Logan.
Yeah, the ironic thing about that is they're playing a scene which is basically a comedy scene with one of the most renowned comedy actor performers in the
but it
country
fell as
who's
flat
being
as a
straight.
pancake.
It's really quite an interesting. I bet they got some coaching from him.
No, I'm sorry, but that just completely destroyed the pace, which is a Chibnall thing these days,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. Mm.
But it just banged wrong, and even Lenny Henry looked embarrassed by
Yeah.
it.
But anyway, so they sort of.
And Lenny Henry's not trying to be funny.
No, they are trying to be funny. But there's anyway. So basically, they got these gadgets they've been given to infiltrate Daniel's sort of personal information and stuff like that, and to try and get a DNA scan on him with a voice recorder. I've got one of them here actually. I wonder if it works on me. Oh no, I can't use it because it's recording the show. Yeah, so ultimately.
Oh, is that what you're using nowadays instead of a VHS recorder?
Yeah, that was back in the day. No, it wasn't a VHS recorder; it was a camcorder.
Okay.
Yes.
All I remember was videotape.
Yeah, it was videotape, very high-end videotape and high-end recording, to be fair, Kirby. Back to where I was.
Those were the days.
So Daniel eventually leaves, and they hide in the office, and while the machines gather the information just in the nick of time, and then these creatures come through the wall, and somewhere along the line, Yaz gets sort of deaded, or at least Ryan thinks she's deaded, but she ends up in what looks like a micro arm hair thing going on.
It does. It looks like hair.
And it also reminded me of that.
It looked like synapses.
Where? Oh, right. Oh, yes, of course, yes. No, it also reminded me of that in the last Jodie story where she was in this sort of place a bit like that, in between going off to see her other selves. I might be getting my mind mixed up, but it did remind me of something else, I think. Anyway, so while when eventually, while the Doctor meets O and these creatures follow her there, with Graham, of course, there's a scene in which O says, "Oh, do you know of the Doctor?" And so I've got loads of books on him up there, and her up there, I suppose they must have said. At the time, I wasn't really suspicious of O then. I just thought he was a bit of a fan, he had loads of books on. I thought it was a bit of a Kirby, just sort of. Anyway, and eventually the Doctor gets zapped and transported to this sort of hairy place, and meets this Victorian woman who then
Ada
somehow transports her to this exhibition, like a scientist sort of inventors exhibition in Victorian times, where the master, who by this time has exposed himself, he had his zip up, by the way, his trousers.
Yeah, you completely skipped up, Master. You completely skipped over that. You completely skipped over the whole plane business.
Oh, sorry, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, the plane business. Yeah, so they're trying to they go to the airport, don't they? I think they're following this Daniel bloke, and because he's flying this plane, and they want to get on the plane for some reason.
And then make a palaver of getting on the plane.
Yeah, it was a bit of a palaver.
Yeah.
They only just got the onto the plane. Might as well just left it behind.
And somehow he gets off the plane too, which never made sense.
I haven't got to that bit yet.
Very little of this makes sense.
Anyway, so the plane takes off. Blah 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 blah. Very good. Of course, that's when he reveals his masterness, and he's really deranged master this one. But maybe he had to come back even more deranged when Missy was nearly killed.
Part.
What?
Master.
What?
I'd say that his revealing himself as the master and the fact that he still has his shrinking device.
Yeah.
Were the best parts of these two stories.
I just think that the shrunken things should have looked a bit more organic. They just felt like little minifigures. But
yeah.
Yeah. So
he's making his own Lego set.
But
really.
yeah, it was a really good scene, and of course he leaves them to die. The Doctor gets zapped to this scene that I just mentioned a few moments ago, and Lenny Henry's nowhere to be seen either, and he just leaves the two of them on there to die. And how does he get out of it?
I think it's just a transporter, isn't it?
I don't think it's ever explained. Which is one of the problem
Yeah,
with the story. But of course, this is a Chibnall story.
Plot holes.
They're using Star Trek tech. They
I
got teamed
forgot
off.
about that bit, but it doesn't matter. He's a master. He can do. Maybe. Oh, there was a TARDIS. His TARDIS was flying alongside the plane at one point, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So that's how
right.
he did it then.
Like something out of Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Yeah, his TARDIS was going.
Yeah. That's probably how he did it then. There was probably some sort of transporter that took him to his TARDIS from there. I'm going to accept that, Mr. Chibnall. I'll let you off that one. But it was a great cliffhanger.
I won't let Chibnall off of anything.
Stop it.
And you're in trouble because, there's so much. There's so much.
Yeah, when I was speaking...
Plot holes.
Now, Mary. When I was
I'm definitely with Mary on this one.
Oh, me too.
When I was speaking to Sir Michael Grade last week, I did mention that it was Chris Chibnall's fault, the original series
What's
of
that
Doctor Who,
noise?
even though it
Someone's
wasn't.
phone.
Chris Chibnall complained about Pip and Jane Baker, and I reckon that Sir Michael Grade was watching that episode, and that's why he took it off air. So, yeah, the
That's
sounds
right.
were people sending messages to my wife, whose phones and mobile devices are all around this room. It could actually be her, actually. Maybe I should check. No, they won't. They come to
Well,
me.
that reminds me of, remember when we started this call, I had 3 devices go off all at the same time.
Ah. So where we go up? So the Doctor is in the hairy place now. Then she went to this exhibition thing that I've already mentioned and befriended Linda Lovelace. Oh no, she was a porn star, wasn't she?
Ada Lovelace.
Lovelace woman.
Ada.
Ada Lovelace. I nearly got it right. And the Master comes in and sort of shrinks a few people in very theatrical style, which I really quite enjoyed. And then somewhere along the line they go to. Oh, the Doctor finds a way of getting back to. Does she go to home first to get a TARDIS and then go back to Paris? I can't remember which order they did it now. The next scenes were in Paris though, and the Master was a German, a Nazi
in
sort
Paris,
of.
during the war.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he'd used some
Don't
sort.
mention the war.
A what?
Don't mention the war.
I didn't. You did. And there was this lady who was sort of under suspicion of the Germans, including the Master, and they sort of machine gunned the floor where the Doctor and Ada, is it, were hiding.
Ada, yes.
And this lady apparently is a real character who did some very brave work during the war. I don't know if
I'm
it's
not going to
important.
look her up, but yes, she was real.
Somebody sent Deb a message again, if anybody's wondering what that stupid noise
Yes,
is.
I can hear it.
She's popular.
It's usually Alicia when that sort of thing happens.
Popular.
Gotta be popular.
Oh, I've got celebrities coming through on the live feed. Albert Christian Basil says, Chris Chibnall complained about Pip and Jane. The Whoniverse is complaining about Chibnall. And then it's their fault they invaded Poland. Yeah, we have to say that. I can say, if you missed last week's episode, that's when I was gushing about serving Sir Michael Grade in the shop, M&S, 2 weeks ago. And when I told him that I was a Doctor Who, well, I ran a Doctor Who podcast, he went, but his wife was really lovely. Well, he was nice anyway, but his wife was sort of saying, well,
Just hates
it's
Doctor
really
Who,
good
doesn't
now. But yeah, so
How can you hate Doctor Who? I mean, we get close with some
he
writers.
doesn't like Doctor. He's not a sci-fi fan, let's put it that way. So that's probably why he hated it. But if you look at what it was, some of the things that were being put out at the time he stopped it, you can understand why. To be fair, let's be honest. It was a very self-absorbed series, thanks to John Nathan Turner. He was just recycling fandom stuff and trying to just put stuff in for the fans. He wasn't trying new stuff, bring in new fans. It was very self-absorbed and going on about its own history and stuff like that. So a lot of stories were based on Doctor Who's history. I'm not saying we don't enjoy them, but you can imagine the layman TV support fan will not be interested in it. But anyway, that's another story which we've covered in earlier episodes of the show. So where do we get up? So so they're in Paris now, and the Doctor does a contact thing with the Master, has a conversation and go up and meet him. What? Contact. And tricks him somewhere along the line. I couldn't remember. I got distracted at this point how she tricked him, but the tricking of him ended up with him being dumped in the hairy place. And then he was in another place where he was going, Doctor, was at the hairy place. Doctor!
The hairy place.
Yeah.
The hairy place reminds me a bit of Purgatory from Supernatural.
Does it?
Yeah.
Do you know also what it
When
reminds
they're
me?
in Purgatory.
Do you remember that
it's,
place with the
trees
frog?
like that.
You weren't here for that episode, were you? The frog episode.
What? No.
When the Doctor went to meet the frog. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That reminded me of that as well. It wasn't quite as
Maybe
hairy
he was
in that
bringing
episode.
us all back to the tree place.
It wasn't quite as hairy in that episode. But
The hairy place. Okay.
so obviously, what I liked about the second episode, the Doctor was wearing, they were all wearing tuxedos for the whole episode, which I thought was quite good fun. And then when just before the Master got his comeuppance, temporary comeuppance, he revealed that Gallifrey had been destroyed by him, his naughty boy. And she went to Gallifrey, had a look at it, was a bit upset by the state of it. And then
He did it. He's a very naughty boy.
yeah, the fam then said, "Can we go there, please?" Maybe one day. Well, it will be one day. We'll get it at some point. This tab is using your camera and microphone. Well, what's wrong with that? Is that why people can't hear me? I've got the message come up. Oh, that's right. That's fine. That's just
It's just telling you. It's just giving a heads up.
Just telling me. It's fine. It's just correct. It's telling me something I already know. That's fine.
It's like when you used to start typing something and then the safety pin guy would turn up going, "Looks like you're writing a letter."
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
No.
The co-pilot does that now, doesn't it?
Yes.
What we got else? We've got, oh my God, Lillian Robin is fangirling with Christian and says, "Hi, Christian." This could get, I think it could be a bit of a problem, because who does she normally get all flirty
Neil.
with? Neil, yeah. Neil's not on this feed, I don't think, otherwise it could be an issue. Christian Basil says,
Look, if I wasn't sat here, I'd be fangirling with us.
the Harry place, Sullivan in brackets. Anyway, right, so I think we got to the end of the episode, didn't we? Sort of. We stumbled towards the end of the episode.
Stumbled to the end.
I'm going to upset
Made
you
it
guys.
over the
I'm
line.
so sorry. You're not going to like it. What I'm going to say, because I'm not a fan of Spy.
Master. Before you say anything,
oh Jesus!
I think that we're all going to pretty much agree, but so go ahead.
Right,
Did we
quiet.
last time though?
Anyway, so I'm not a real great fan of
Very odd if we haven't.
spy-based things. James Bond's okay. I think it's one of those things you can watch the film one. I wouldn't want to watch once, and I wouldn't want to watch it on my own. If I go to the cinema and get the whole cinema experience out of a James Bond film, that's fine. I used to like it when I was younger. And this is very sort of much a homage to that type of story. But I have to admit, I actually quite liked the gallivanting around, the action. There wasn't too much of these one-on-one scenes that they're keen to put into current Doctor Who. It was quite a lot of, the story was moving. Not moving as in making me cry, it was moving along at a good pace, and I quite enjoyed that. I liked the new Master. I thought he was, had to be that sort of over-the-top mad, because we'd had such a calm and almost converted Missy. So the Master had to come back like the John Sim Master, but even more intense. So that was fine. I would grant there's probably plot holes in there, but when I was watching it, I couldn't see the plot holes. I remember them when I was watching, thinking last time I watched this, I was getting confused, but I think I picked up on the little hints of things like the Master getting off the plane because his TARDIS was actually flying alongside it and things like that. So, and it didn't bother me that much because I was actually quite enjoying the performances of all the actors in it, and the little sort of light-hearted scenes, because there were light-hearted scenes in it, and that is why I'm going to have to go against you lot and say that I actually quite enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it last time, but I did this time. And I couldn't remember the story that well. I can remember elements of it. I'd even forgotten the Master was in it until they went up to Australia. I thought, oh, the Master's in this one. So I'm going to say I quite liked it. And yes, I'm going to say that Christian Basil says, I enjoy Spy Hard W. Leslie Nielsen. Eh? with Leslie Nielsen. Yes, I like Leslie Nielsen. So what we're going to do, because she hasn't been on the show for 16 years, and the show's been running for 17 years, is Debbie Melrose. What did you think of this story?
It's a romp, definitely.
Oh my God.
But I think the pacing is choppy. And I tried again. I watched it all again. I watched it back to back as well, rather than, cliffhanger myself, because I thought we were when I watched it, I thought we were doing it that night, so I was like, quick, watch both. And then I think Jodie is wonderful as the Doctor. I really do, but I find it so difficult that they've expanded to so many assistants, if we're going with what they were officially called, not the fam.
Yeah, with only assistants because they were assisting a spy, so it was rather than the fam thing. It's usually fam. On this one, it was assistants. So
yeah, but I'm just saying that it used to be assistants.
Oh, okay. You prefer assistants, yeah?
Yeah, it used to be assistants. And, who's the current Doctor's assistant? You know, that sort of thing. Now it's a full cohort, and I like the use of splitting them off to go and do different things, but the way it was presented was choppy. So you're trying to hold a pace, then you've got a comedy scene, then you're trying to hold a pace, then you've got something deadly serious like him doing his mum in, and and then there's another funny scene, and you're sort of you're not left going what am I supposed to feel, but you're just sort of a bit like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to be really serious about the fact that we do blindly just agree to the terms and conditions? You know, it was a really deep message behind this episode, but it really only sort of really kicked off into a pretty decent, oh my goodness, this is getting really good, when she met up with Ada and for her name, and then suddenly it was like a proper episode of Doctor Who with the Master, them two standing off against each other on top of the Eiffel Tower. I mean, that's proper old style Chibnall.
Exactly.
And it's like, he was my favourite writer for ages.
Really?
And it's just like, when he did his episodes, you'd be like, oh, that's a Chibnall episode.
I never used to like his episodes.
But
and the Torchwoods that he did were
yes,
good.
Were they?
Yes, and yes. And
okay.
I'm just saying, but the big saving grace throughout all of this was, I can't remember his name. The guy who plays the Master. He's amazing. He's
Kirby
unhinged.
knows.
Yeah.
Kirby knows.
He brings Sasha, isn't it?
Sasha
Sasha
Baron Cohen. No,
I've seen him
in.
he's in The Great as well, and a couple of other things I've seen. He's just going from strength to strength to strength, and as an actor, and I just think he. Sorry.
And he married Ronnie from Sarah Jane.
Yeah, she's another drama
in the family.
coming up on.
But I find he was brilliant. I think unfortunately the writing and the way it was edited together was just like bit, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And then it found its legs towards the end. Yes. And but the music as well in this, I thought that was really well done.
It was good.
The little spy theme going through it, everything, and the Master's theme. It's just it was a romp, is what I will say. But I was left quite put out.
Okay.
So, did you like it or not?
I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again, but if it was on, I'd watch it.
Okay. Well, Lillian Robbins says, my phone isn't letting me type comments, and then I have to get out of the video and come in to comment. And then I said, is it an iPhone, Lillian? I've never got an answer out of that one. So, right, I'm going to go and get a cola while Kirby says he doesn't like this episode.
No, you have to be around. I mean, I may have to wait for him to come back.
I am
Why?
here.
Are you going to surprise him?
I'm here. I'm just getting a cola.
He's right there. He's just going to get...
He can hear you.
Yeah, I'm getting a cola
I can hear you.
I'm getting a cola out of what we call in the United Kingdom a refrigerator.
What else would you call it?
I think you'll find I call it a Frigidaire.
I call it a fridge, really, but I just wanted to wind up the Americans.
Anyway, this had some good parts, but for the most part, I was bored, irritated, bothered by the plot holes, just overall, except for the whole bit with Ada and the spy in Paris and the Paris scenes. It was forgettable. I hated the bringing back in. Debbie, you had your chance.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you were disagreeing with me. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying a word.
Ooh, was it? Oh, okay. Did I miss out on a potential row then? I would have hang on, I've got some music for that.
There wasn't one, because
I've got something
I thought I was hearing you disagreeing with me, but I don't know what I was hearing.
No, I was getting a pen, but that was it.
Okay. But the middle part of the beginning of the second episode was good. It was proper Doctor Who. I liked the end of the first episode with the reveal of the Master. I didn't like the whole crazy bit of having to go back through time and rescue them off the plane with such a convoluted way.
Kirby?
Yes?
When you said rescue them off the plane, when I heard that as rescue Moffat off the plane. How weird.
Fine, whatever.
Okay.
That doing it like that, where there wasn't necessarily going to be the ability that they could get rescued unless they followed these steps exactly, was stupid. And she could have just said, the Doctor could have just done something very simple to rescue them. It was stupid. It was Chris Chibnall. Yeah,
but don't hold yourself back there.
I
think they're just actually, Kirby. I think they're just displaying the new precision of this TARDIS.
You are really grumpy tonight, Kirby.
Yeah. and just it was, and also bringing this time I noticed the whole Timeless Child stuff more because it's being brought in and we already know about it now.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of, this is intriguing. What's going on?
Right. Yeah.
Before we found out that it was absolute complete
spoilers. It's the Doctor.
Spoilers.
Boulder Dash, I think is the word you're looking for.
Only Boulder Dash for the people who didn't like the concept. I did like the concept, so I like it. It was kind of quiet again.
So anyway, it is. I mean, Resolution was so much better than this.
I found my Dalek, by the way. You know, I said last week about my Reconnaissance Funko Pop. I found it.
Yay!
The previous episode, months earlier, was so much better than this. And
earlier?
When was this broadcast?
I'm sure you know weeks earlier. That's a bit more kinder on me, isn't it? Tell him, Deb.
Was it?
Debbie.
You're right. I'm sorry.
He's been horrible to me again.
All right.
Master, I didn't realize that they jumped right from the New Year's episode into the series.
God's sake.
I thought they had another gap. I was wrong. I often am.
Right.
Anyway, so we come in with this Spyfall thing, which is intriguing, but and then we're about to go into the absolute depths of the horribleness of the Chibnall era.
Oh, for God's sake. I think you might need a reboot, Kirby. Right then.
I'm really wondering what watching Orphan 55 for the first time in 6 years.
I don't want to watch it.
We're going to watch it anyway. We know it. We know we've got to watch it. It's just something you do. I have to watch Emmerdale and Coronation Street on an almost daily basis.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
I do, because it's on when my breakfast is being consumed. Anyway, Christian says, had a bit of an upgrade. Writing. No, you didn't.
So, Kirby, you can't wait to sit down and watch this again, right?
What, Orphan...
So, Kirby, you really like this one, then? Did you like it?
The only time I'm going to watch Spyfall again, as far as I know, is if I do a full Jodie watch again, or if I'm invited on a podcast to talk about Spyfall.
Okay. Well, are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Right, you think that was a very severe critique? You
guys, I really have.
You think that was a very severe critique of this particular story? Wait for this. Here's Mary.
Oh, well, it's obvious that they spent the whole budget on this one. 2 episodes full of lots of special effects and, big placards telling us where we are all the time. The thing is that what is it? It's like a magician. You know, if he flashes you with enough glorious stuff, you're not going to notice what he's really doing. And what they're really doing is putting a hot mess of a story in front of us.
Absolutely.
That makes no sense. Nothing comes together very well. I'm left with more questions, more what's going on. You know, the monsters, the Kasabians.
Yeah, I couldn't remember their names. Thanks for that, Mary.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we never hear about them again, and that's obviously why, because they're terrible.
And they're too expensive to do special effects with. Although Disney could have afforded it, couldn't they?
Yeah, and to hear that they have always been there. They've been among us before, you know, but then now they're gone.
Like the Zygons.
So why? Yeah, you know, they came out of nowhere. We have no idea really what they're doing to people when they're zapped. When the mother is zapped, she dies. It's like, okay, so what was this about the mother? She played no part in anything that happened.
Other than him blaming her for being, for everything.
And him getting his revenge.
Mommy Dearest in 30 seconds. You know, it's like, we didn't need that.
No.
You know, do we need a motivation?
I think we already realised it was a bit of a baddie.
Yeah. And then, as has been pointed out, these little side stories, which Chibnall is great for, that don't add to the main story at all. If they did, it would be okay, but they don't. And what is this about the Master destroying Gallifrey? I thought we heard all about that when the new Doctor Who came back for the first time. Yeah. The ninth Doctor said Gallifrey was gone.
No, Mary, allow me to interject here. Gallifrey wasn't quite gone. Well, it was, and then it wasn't, because it was sort of restored in some way, shape, or form. Because otherwise,
they keep going. Because
otherwise, Rassilon.
They referred to that pocket universe it's in, and
it was sort of semi-rebuilt, I believe. Because Peter Capaldi went to visit it, didn't he? And it was sort of semi-built, or he might have visited it at an earlier time. But there was Rassilon regenerated in it about 50 times. So that's obviously not just the Doctor who can regenerate more than 12 times. I'm rambling. Carry on, Mary.
Okay, but we went along thinking that this was the last Time Lord. You know, of course, the Master would be the only other Time Lord. But then to hear, you know, Gallifrey's destroyed, and all I could think of was, wait a minute, I thought that already happened.
But it's the Master. The Master lies, and the Master can create mindscapes and stuff. So I wouldn't take anything he says.
So we're blaming everything about Gallifrey on the Master. Fair enough.
Well, you know, I did like the fact that the story went over two different eras. I mean, two episodes, because it would allow for some nice development. However, there was no development. We didn't really get to learn more or, you know, delve deeper into anything. What's with the Victorian lady and the World War II ladies? I mean, they were like interjected in there only so we could be a part of, you know, the new woke universe. We're celebrating women, so let's bring these obscure women, you know, out to celebrate them. You know, other than that, they really were, in my opinion, useless. I mean, they didn't contribute anything to the story.
Yeah, I think you're right in some ways there. They were just bringing a couple of, the lady in Paris, obviously, a unknown war hero. They shoehorned her in a little bit. I agree with that.
We're celebrating people. We're not really advancing the story.
It's just putting someone into the story for the excuse of putting them into the story. They didn't need to do it.
And what about the laser beams in Graham's shoes? I mean,
that was silly.
Do they have some kind of a special thing that they shoot every bad person, but they miss every good person?
Yeah, I did think of that one. It was a bit silly, wasn't it?
I mean, it doesn't happen just once, but twice.
Do you remember the James Bond film where the lady had the knife, the blade that comes out of her shoe? That's what that was based on. But at least she was kicking it in the right direction.
People are affected by these weapons that they were given.
Yeah, absolutely, brilliant.
And he's dancing around. He could be killing everything. And I don't think Jodie closes her mouth for the entire. Every shot of Jodie is with her mouth hanging open in either surprise or shock or happiness or, delight or what. Her mouth is open all the time. And I'm thinking, shut your mouth, girl. You can act better than this. And just an observation, general observation.
I had to give you a ding for that. It was just absolute genius. Carry on.
I didn't know until I met Sacha Dhawan at Chicago TARDIS how little he is. Yeah. He is so small. I'm 5'2".
Is he quite posh?
And we stand eye to eye. And now watching this, and it was kind of fun. Every group shot of him with everybody else. He's the shortest person in every group shot.
They did shoot it from quite low angles, some of the scenes, though, didn't they? Some of the group shots.
Either they do a good job with him or he does a great job of being this evil master that we vision him being much greater than he is. And, that's a tribute to good acting and good direction.
Yeah.
But you can't help the group shots where he actually is a lot smaller than everybody else.
Yeah. They get away with it by doing extreme close-ups on him as well.
Yeah. So anyway, I hated it. I would never want to see it again. I think, like I said, it's a hot mess. And like Kirby said, we're looking forward to the worst of Chibnall yet to come. So
fair enough.
I don't know. Listening to you've helped me push this one even further down.
Well, I quite enjoyed it, but I accept that what you said makes sense.
I'm not sure I want to watch this.
No, it's okay. It's quite good fun.
Mary. Yeah. The last time we dealt with Gallifrey was in Hell Bent with Capaldi. After he spent 28 cajillion years in that castle, and he pushes his way into the confession dial, he ends up on Gallifrey, and as Master was saying, there's a regenerated, very old Rassilon. And
was it Rassilon? I think it was Rassilon, wasn't it?
It was Rassilon, yeah.
No, the other chap. No, it's not the one that was in the one where he goes into the one with Matrix.
Where did they come from? The ones who came riding in on.
They have him listed. They have Donald Sumter listed as the president, but I thought they referred to him as Rassilon.
Yeah, the president was Rassilon. Yeah. Okay. Where do I get up to? Because they basically resurrected Rassilon, didn't they, to start the new Gallifrey after the warp time and everything.
All right.
And then sometime between then and now, Chinball decided to
get the Master to destroy it again.
Have the Master destroy it. And I still have my own theories about the Timeless Child.
Yes, because you don't want to. Do you know what this reminds me of, Kirby? You not accepting the Timeless Child scenario. It reminds me of these fans who think there's going to be an episode 9 of Stranger Things. They're absolutely sure there will be another episode of Stranger Things, even though there isn't. Anyway, Lillian Robbins says Android, Adam. Do you know what that means, Kirby? She's having trouble with her phone, and it's an Android.
Stop rubbing Kirby's face in it every time.
Well, no, every single episode. Oh, it's because it's Apple. When there's any problems, there's slight problems.
I only do that because I've been bugging you about.
Well, Apple. I'm getting my own back thanks to Lillian's wonderfulness.
Did it like 7 years ago, and he's still doing it.
He's still doing it, and I'm going to thank Lillian for the opportunity to have a little bash the shuttlecock back at you. Right then, so that concludes our little. Talk about the wonderful Spyfall, and we have to think also, even though you lot didn't like it, it's got some very fantastic elements that I'll never forget. Lenny Henry was fab. I personally, even with the mouth open, I think that Jodie's fab. But the chap who plays the Master was fabust, and that makes it for me because he was fab.
I haven't already commented, I hate the introduction. I hate the graphics in the introduction.
Yeah.
I don't like this music.
Yeah, this is not too bad, but it's a bit.
The new TARDIS.
Yeah,
I hate the Whittaker TARDIS.
I don't like the TARDIS console room at all. I think
I don't either.
Looks like it's made of plastic.
I do like the title sequence though.
Some of it, but not the. I don't. Yeah, it's okay. Lillian says, I like Android, the problem is Facebook. That's right, okay, we can blame Facebook. Let's move on. Right, so apparently Kirby posted a request for feedback somewhere along the line.
And other than some back and forth between this isn't Ian Kirk's...
I've got Ian. To stop reading Ian Kirk.
This is not his script.
Oh, okay.
He says the video output from my PC seems to have died, so I'm on my laptop at the moment. It's been a while trying to sort things out, so an extra week should give me time to review the story. And now I see that he had a minute ago. So
who fell over?
My phone fell off the sofa like it always does. But yeah, there's a nice long one from Brendan Moore. Zip it up your flies, Brandon.
Nice.
I'm going to sit back and listen to this one.
Apologies for missing last week. Suffice to say, I'm not the biggest fan of Resolution. It has some nice ideas, and the Dalek gets some interesting stuff to do. But everything with Ryan and his dad, though well written, is ineffectual. 6 out of 10. Oh! Spyfall Part 1. I'll review this in 2 parts, as I feel both parts of the story are quite different, by Chris Chinball. I was blown away by this on first watch. Is it a perfect story? No. But is it either significantly or even slightly better in most regards than every episode in the previous series? Yes, it is. The Doctor Who does James Bond idea works really well. Jodie Whittaker is simply great as the Doctor. Lenny Henry puts in a strong and believable performance as the villain. Yaz and Ryan going undercover is a highlight. Stephen Fry getting killed early took me by surprise as well. Although the evil sat-nav idea is a clear rip-off of the Centauran stratagem, the Kasabans are a really interesting concept and rip-off and well-designed. Oh, and that twist, the reveal of Sacha Dhawan, genuinely shocked me as a truly jaw-dropping cliffhanger. So Part 1 gets a 9 out of 10 for me. The best of the Chibnall era so far. I'm going to say as an aside, do we want to say about
Everyone is allowed to like different things.
Yeah, you turn, Debbie. Come on.
And I agree. It was better than... Anyway, and then it all comes crashing down. Part 2 still has some good elements. Whittaker is outstanding. She really shines when she has someone to stand up against. I like the use of historical figures, something that stands out for the whole Chibnall era. The rest, oh dear. I'm really not a fan of Dhawan's portrayal of the Master. Shame on you. It lacks any subtlety or meats. It is frankly over the top. The plot disintegrates into an incoherent mess. The present-day stuff with the fam stumbles into illogical chaos. Do not get me started on the laser shoes.
Yeah, those laser shoes. Oh.
The Kasavan, after showing such promise in the last episode, barely registered this time around. And the resolution of this story is simply switch off the plot moment. And why does Daniel Barden seem to just wander off at the end? Destroying Gallifrey again? Really? As for the everything you know is a lie, oh dear, here we go. Part 2 gets 4 out of 10, which brings my average for Spyfall to 6.5 out of 10. After Part 1, I was full of enthusiasm about this next series, and Part 2 threw it all away. Mm-hmm. Series 12 is my least favorite of Doctor Who, and it's only going to get tougher. Benny!
Deary me. Well, I'll tell you what, right? I mean, nowadays, if I was going to write something like that to post on a thread like that, I'd go into Word and use Copilot to rewrite it. But Brandon, never not put your typos in, because it makes it so much more interesting, entertaining. Because it's entertaining anyway, but it just enhances the entertainment. And yes. Kirby attempting to read the typos is just podcasting gold. Yeah, so that was it, really, wasn't it? On that, Kirby.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I think anything's nothing coming through on the live feed, which means I now have to switch over to the stuff that has come. Oh yeah, I sent some blurb through on the group chat. Who wants to attempt to read that?
Shall I read it, as I haven't been on for ages?
You have to ask Mary.
Oh, and you'll also have to tell us what you thought of Resolution.
Oh yeah, quickly. What do you think of Resolution, Debbie? Oh.
I haven't watched it.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, dearie me. Hang on.
I knew that was coming.
Okay then.
I find it's been a very difficult time trying to do anything, so I'm very, very, very behind, and I apologise profusely for not being on for a long time.
Doesn't matter, you're here, that's the important thing. But yeah, so you're reading the blurb, are you?
It is on my extensive backlog of things I've got to do.
What, read the blurb? We need it done today.
No, okay on. Lots of 007 stuff and death. Oh, I like that as an intro. Ryan can play basketball. Oh dear, not very well though.
Better than he rides a bike though.
What happened to the Doctor taking people out of their timelines and putting them back at the same place and time so they weren't missed? Stephen Fry in Doctor Who, what's happened to the world? No, hang on, he's dead. Well, he was in it, so he can attend cons as a Doctor Who actor.
As if conventions could afford him. Yeah.
Really, yeah.
So Sonia is after Ryan. Oh yes, and Ryan seems to like the look of Yasmin's sister Sonia. There's a storyline that went nowhere.
Yes.
Oh, is that the Master? No, it's Oh
dear.
So these Kasavin are from another dimension to take over the universe, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
The Doctor can do the old go back in time to put instructions for Ryan to find trick. Ah, so it was the Master. We should have read this at the beginning, Adam. Ryan, who can't ride a bike, is flying an aircraft. There is a lot of padding in this one. Well, that's a novelty, an Asian SS officer. Some quotes. Graham, worst Uber ever. Doctor, everything go all right, apart from being kidnapped? Graham, yeah, all the gear, but no idea. Doctor, let's take a look outside. Graham, looking outside was actually quite low on my list, but when does she ever listen to me? Doctor, I made iced tea. Possibly. Master, everything you think you know is a lie. Next up, a double episode, Benny and Nikola Tesla's Cars of Terror. Sorry, Night of Terror, Linda and Terry.
Brilliant as ever.
Yeah, we should have done that. You wanted a synopsis at the beginning.
Yeah. No, but I think my synopsis was quite good, actually. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the pep talk. Brilliant. Cheers.
You were reaching for Andy Nunnies. And
I might have jumped backwards and forwards a little bit. It's a time travel programme.
Yeah, what about Andy's?
He never showed up.
Nothing happened.
He never showed up. Anyway, we have this.
Well, is he doing Dry January again?
Probably. He's always
Have you noticed he's never done this before. That's the first time that Kirby has ever interrupted me playing a theme tune to one of our feedback providers. It's never happened before.
Yeah, it's usually me, Kirby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's done it again. They nearly got through the first couple of bars of that. And thanks to you lot, I've now lost the folder where that particular piece was. So, how can I get back to it? Oh, for goodness sake. Right. I've got to try and find it now. That's Kirby's fault.
Yes.
I can't even play the lift music because the lift music is in that folder. Right, come on, open the blooming folder up. Oh, there we are, there it is. Right, let's see if we can get it done this time.
Must be a Mac.
Hello, 20 Megabyte Podcast.
Hello,
my name is
Ian.
Ian Kirk.
Yes.
Spyfall by Chris Chibnall. The beginning of the cringeworthy Timeless Chib story arc. Some weird bits have a character telling us what we can see with our own eyes. Such as the driver gets zapped and the Doctor tells everyone that the driver has been zapped. James Bond is a long-running character who has been recast many times, like the Doctor.
Indeed.
But no one notices 007 doesn't look the same. Lenny Henry is a kind of Mark Zuckerberg and is 93% human, just like the real one. Stephen Fry gets zapped by a laser beam. Well done, BBC, frying Fry. Inhuman creatures have been recruited to take over control. Well, yeah. Adding 2 temporary companions when the 3 permanents don't get character development is not a great idea. The Master is always a great villain. Gallifrey is back. He has come and gone a few times, as is the way when you start a time war. A spectacular story, but one that keeps changing direction. Bye for now.
And thanks, Ian. It's really weird where Ian's audio was coming back through someone else's audio and it sounded really like an
It
alien.
did. I couldn't really get what he was saying. I was sort of listening.
It was coming back through someone's speakers.
Yeah, I was just reading along, and I turned off my microphone during.
Oh, so what you're trying to say there, Kirby, is it's somebody else's fault? Is that right? Yeah, I thought it might be. Okay, so we move on to the next segment of the show, but thanks everybody for providing feedback. Please continue to do so if you ever do. It would be very appreciated. I also think, FantasyCon news.
Is there FantasyCon news?
The fact that no official news has been released yet, and it's probably the last bit of FantasyCon news that I'm going to put out on the show that spawned it. It's likely to be coming back. Roy is now the showrunner, so everything would fall in his lap in regards to organisations for the event and everything, basically.
Well, I'm sat about doing not much, so if he needs anybody to do admin or anything, I'm around.
You have to speak to him about that, I'm afraid. Although I did say that we're willing to help on the day. I don't think. I have a feeling I'm not actually wanted. I think it's like letting your baby go. It has to walk on its own 2 feet. Because they've picked a date, which I said quite clearly I can't attend. There's a choice of 3, and the only one I couldn't do was the one they chose to actually have the date on. I'm not saying what that date is because it will not be fair on the people.
Well, if you're not there, I'm not going.
Oh, well, thank you very much. So it's a bit of a sad.
No, it's true.
It's a bit of a sad thing that the show is actually an offshoot. Sorry, the event is an offshoot of this podcast, and therefore it's almost like a mothership being disconnected from it.
That's not how it works.
No. It's not. There's not anything. Nothing sort of. There's no fallouts or anything. It's just it's sad for me that looks like it's going to be what's going to pan out from it. That I won't be able to. There's a possibility we can attend in the morning, but it'd be more of a sort of random helping a little bit, but having to go off to film a show later on in the afternoon. But I mean, it's not clear cut yet because I haven't got the dates and times of the shows we're filming that day. So we'll see what happens. But I should hopefully be able to go along in the morning for it. But it's not the same, is it? But there you go. It's a bit. But I did feel as if it probably would have been better because Roy's quite a polite person. It probably would have been better if I'd said, "Oh, sorry, can't make it at all." I think it would have been easier for them to just sort of go on and do the event, or arrange it and do what they want to do with it. Without any interference from us, so just so as they can prove they can do it. And I haven't really got a problem with that, but I would like to go to it because it's a Comic-Con on the Isle of Wight, and it was invented by me in the show,
I'm
torn.
To let go of something.
I'm torn, about the whole thing. I wouldn't say I wanted it to die or anything. I'd like it to carry on, but I'd always thought if it carried on, I'd have some, serious involvement in it somewhere along the line. But I'm not sure what's going to. I'm excited to see what's going to come up with it, and it carries on. It should carry on because it's a good concept. But it's a bit a bit sad about that, to be fair. But anyway, so that's So the good news, FantasyCon looks like it's going to return. No, we don't know. I do know the date, but I can't announce anything yet because it's up to the organisers to get the exciting part and get the. I've actually got to send the assets off to him. Actually, I'll do that tomorrow. so because everything's handed over. The FantasyCon page is. I'm no longer the administrator of that page. He is, so that I've got no input on that at all, so he's got that. The only thing I can't change over is the Instagram, and I really don't want the Instagram page because it interferes with my own Instagram. So whenever I want to post anything on it, it always automatically goes to the FantasyCon one, not my one. It's really irritating. So, but there's 600 people that follow the Instagram page, so it would be silly to discard it for the sake of any sort of promotional posts that go on it. But maybe long term, maybe we can get it shut down. Okay, Doctor Who news.
You've gone a bit blurbly too, Adam.
Yeah, you are.
It's probably
that's the reason why there's a problem.
It's probably internet because
It's an Apple problem.
Debbie's really
it's
clear.
It's an Apple problem, is it? Yeah.
Debbie's really clear. Mary's quite clear. Kirby sounds like he's stuck his microphone outside the toilet while he's.
No, I don't. I doubt that. You're just making fun of me.
No, I'm not. That does sound. What do you think, guys? Or is it just more my? It sounds like he's a bit distant.
You do.
Yeah, a little bit distant. Yeah. Okay, right.
I should be fine. Am I fine?
It's not too bad. I can understand you. Just it's not your usual high Android quality or whatever you use to record your audio.
First of all, I'm using a PC.
There you
my
go.
Normal setup.
There you go. That's it. It's just PC thing, isn't it? Okay. Sorry, Kirby.
It's a fairly high-end one that I use for gaming.
I've missed the fun, Kirby. I can't resist it. Okay, Doctor Who news. So, Sea Devils on BBC 4, apparently. Have I missed that one? That was in November. How come I missed that? Right, and I can talk now. If everybody's seen or you haven't seen it, I could just say about the war between the land and the sea. Finished watching it. Didn't have too much. I'm not going to.
I haven't finished.
No. You told me. I haven't let me speak. You told me that there was apparently episode 5 was a bit of a letdown. I didn't find anything a letdown with it, to be fair. I quite enjoyed the old shebang.
I don't know. I heard that it was a letdown, so I'm not going to bother.
No, there was some sad things, but not a letdown, no. But I thought it was quite good. It was beautiful special effects, beautiful, the costumes and whatnot. I thought it was very good. I think it was typical current day woke stuff where they have to ram almost like political and conservational messages down your throat. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think people do need to be educated so it's fair enough. I live with it on this occasion, but just stop bashing us over the head with conservational storylines. There's plenty of them out there. BBC audiobook celebrates complete run of.
So you'll never watch The Green Death again.
Yeah, it's similar to that. It's also well, that's what it is, but. Fair enough, if you like that sort of thing, it's fine. But there was also a recent story, wasn't it? A Whittaker story where there was talk about conservational issues. I can't remember. Anyway, there's quite a few of them around.
Orphan 55 really talks about conservation
All right,
issues.
Thank you. Well, you'll find out because you can. Right, if you don't shut up about it, I'm going to make you watch it twice.
Betty!
BBC.
I may not watch it all. I may go from memory. No, I'll watch it.
You will watch it. That is very correct. I have to watch it. Right, Ian's audio is garbled. Apparently, that's what Lillian says.
I watched it twice because I also was on Earth Station Who for it.
Ah, there you go then. Lillian, I just want to say Ian's audio won't be garbled when you listen to the podcast back because the main feed of the podcast is going straight into my recorder. So apologies if it sounds a bit garbled, but it's just the way things are. Having to do a live video feed on Facebook, it's a bit of a technical masterpiece on my part, and to get it so everybody can hear the audio, I have to download the audio and play it back, and then that's why it sounds a bit garbled, because it comes through everybody else's speakers, and then it just echoes back, and that's why it sounded garbled. I do apologise. Listen to the podcast, then you'll be able to hear what it sounded like. Where did it get up to? Doctor Who News. Oh, what the hell? I've got a stupid pop-up come up. That's your fault, Kobe. Okay, so BBC Audiobook celebrates complete run of Doctor Who TV novelisations. That's something Debbie will be getting. The Fifth Doctor versus Daleks, the collection Season 21 announcement trailer, which I'm not going to play. So that'd be quite good. Don't they upgrade these? Are they on Blu-ray, so they upgrade them a bit? Am I correct in assuming that? No, I'll just talk to myself then.
What?
We can't hear you.
We can't understand you.
Well, I can't help that. I can understand me.
Yeah, you can.
Anyway,
Jolly good. We'll just sit here
You were
going.
saying something about Blu-ray.
You just tap the table when it's time for us to go.
Okay. Right.
What were you saying about Blu-ray?
The Season 21. All I said was, don't they upscale the resolution on it to make it look sharper?
Yes, they do.
Right.
I was just watching Hand of Fear last night, and really enjoying it.
I love Hand of Fear. I will.
One of my favorite stories of all time. But yeah.
Yeah, Hand of Fear isn't in season 21, but I appreciate it.
I know, but it's just, I'm looking over to my side here, and unfortunately, they don't list them as season 21 or whatever. In the American version, it's listed as Tom Baker season 3 for the one that I've been watching here. But yeah, the one that just came out for you guys is coming out for us in 10 days. Okay. I will have it in 10 days.
Okay. Doctor Who writer Andrew Cartmel has been awarded the 2025 Terence Dix Award. I may have actually mentioned this on the last show, but I'm going to say it again.
Well, he deserves mentioning again.
Yeah, you did, but you could also bring out one of the multiple bumpers where he mentions us.
Does he? Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I thought you meant on that award thing.
Friend of the show.
A friend of the show. Many times.
What's his name again? This one.
Andrew
Cartmel.
You talked over it.
To the
Of course we did.
Right, here we go.
This is Andrew Cartmel, and you are listening to the 20 Megabyte Doctor Who podcast.
There we go.
Hooray!
Okay. Black Archive number 80, Mordrin Undead. I think that speaks for itself. Amanda Brocci, she died. We've talked about that as well. Of course, there's a memoriam done by Tony Haydock. I haven't actually watched that yet, but obviously our friend...
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either. You mean Toby Hadoke?
Yeah. Our friend Simon Fisher-Becker's on it. I was talking to Roy in the FantasyCon handover meeting about as a loss to us as an event, because he was a genuine friend of the event. And he's a genuine friend to everybody. I think anybody that was connected with him on social media, he always sent birthday messages out, and he's always available for a chat if you wanted to, talk to him. He wouldn't ever ignore you. A very special person, Simon Fisher-Becker. And the Doctor Who magazine Time Lord Honour. This is issue number 625, and it's got very old Tom Baker with his medal that he got off the King on it. It's a beautiful picture of him, actually. He looks so radiant. He's very old, but he looks so radiant. He's with him, the TARDIS around him, and his coat and scarf, and his posh suit underneath, and his sort of medal clipped to the lapel. It's beautiful. Worth buying that magazine just for that picture, I think, to be fair. And that is it for Doctor Who news. So we know there's a Christmas special coming along. We don't know what's going on with the character of the Doctor just yet, but they must have sort of been in the line to film it. I don't know. Stuff of Watch. I'm not going to go hark on too much about the Stuff of Watch recently because my ankles are getting cold. But we have obviously cleared.
That's a good enough reason. It's chilly here on the island.
I've got the heating on, but it's just still my ankles are a bit cold. I haven't got any leg warmers because I chucked them away in the 1980s. But what was I about to say, Debbie? I've lost.
Alexa, turn off fire.
Oh yes, no, Stranger Things. Yes, so Stranger Things has been on and done and dusted, despite what some people won't accept, that there isn't an episode 9, but there will be a documentary coming up very, very soon. I think tomorrow actually, which I'm looking forward to watching. And yeah, it's. I was waiting for the last episode, and the show in its totality is a masterpiece, and I'm looking forward to going back and rewatching it because it is so good. Love Stranger Things, and well done to the Duffer Brothers and the cast. It's just and everybody involved in that amazing show should be very, very proud of themselves.
I've just got too much to watch. I'm sure I'll get around to it because once you guys convinced me to watch Stranger Things, I loved it.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just trying to find time.
Well, yeah.
Really.
There was a new Knives Out film on Netflix. Was it Netflix or Prime? I can't remember now. I think it's it's Netflix, isn't it? With Daniel Craig in it. Yeah, always very good. Very enjoyable. Lots of good name dropping and stunt casting in those films. Who was it? Glenn Close was in it, wasn't she? Along with the bloke who was Thanos in the. Or they say in America, Thanos. No S, no E on the end of it, but for some reason Americans like to add an invisible E to make it Thanos. But yeah, Thanos, it was played by Josh Brolin, and he's in that film. But it's really good if you like that, your sort of your comedy murder mysteries like the Traitors. Traitors, there's another thing we've been watching, Celebrity Traitors on earlier, not too far earlier in the year, but the new non-celebrity version is out now, and the US version is coming to the iPlayer very shortly, and then the Irish version, so we'll have loads and loads of Traitors to watch through. Masked Singer is back. It's very cheesy, and I get very irritated by the laughter track they keep playing over things that are blatantly not funny. Very distracting, but the show itself is good family entertainment.
Your ankles were cold.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can. Football, lots of football, and concentrating and enhancing my new football channels on TikTok and YouTube. So I've been doing a bit of that too, and that is what I've been consuming probably since the last episode. Debbie, we haven't seen you for about 3 years. I suppose you must have watched The Wizard of Oz on the day it came out. And,
yes.
Oh, Wizard. Not Wizard. What's it called again? Wicked. Saw that in the cinema a while back. Anyway, carry on, Deb.
Yeah, well, actually, I haven't actually been watching that much. We've just sat down through all the Lord of the Rings movies over Christmas time, because Isla tends to hog the telly with her gaming. So we all just seem to doom scroll in the evening on our phones instead, watching Facebook Reels and that sort of thing.
Oh, I like TikTok Reels.
And I got given quite a lot of books for Christmas, so I've been reading quite a lot as well. So yeah, Lord of the Rings mainly. I have been on Netflix watching almost every true crime murder mystery thing going as well, and anything about ghosts as well at the moment. I've just rewatched Uncanny, TV show, which I've also re-listened to the entirety of their podcast, because I just think it's brilliant. So yeah, that's about it really. We tend to sit outside of an evening, even all weathers, and chew the fat. So yeah, not much in the way of telly yet, but we are looking forward to, we know it's that time of year when we're about to get Britain's Big Dig on again soon, so looking forward to that. You like that one, don't you?
Me? Sorry, you were talking about?
Britain's Big Dig with Alice Roberts.
Yeah, I haven't started watching that yet. I did watch.
It'll be coming very soon.
No, episode 1 is out.
It all summer.
Episode 1's out. It was on BBC Two.
Good.
But when you said that, you reminded me that me and Deborah started to watch again a great series on Prime called Download. It's like a comedy, drama-y, sci-fi thingy. We stopped watching it at the end of series 2, and they've had 3 and 4 out, so we started watching it again, and it's reminded us how good it is. So if you ever want to watch Download on Prime, it's a really good show.
I'm done.
Sorry, carry on.
No, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, Kirby.
I had to work through most of the Christmas holidays, so it was difficult to find time to watch stuff. What have I been watching? Oh, I watched, did I mention last time or not that I finally, 10 years later, got around to watching Mad Max Fury Road, which was fantastic. And I watched it in 3D on my VR headset.
Oh, I've never done that before. I need to do so.
First you had to get a hold of the 3D copy. But
I've got a 3D copy of the Doctor Who one, the 50th anniversary.
Yes, I have that.
I haven't seen it in 3D yet, so I must do that at some point.
I've got a handful of 3D movies that I can watch on the headset, and so I watched that Mad Max Fury Road and really thought that was great, much better than I expected. What else? Like I said, I was working a lot, so watched the latest Batman 66, or it's actually 67 by now.
Oh, yes.
I watched was a team up. Well, not exactly a team up because they're sort of enemies, but they're not. It was a team up of Batman and Robin and the Green Hornet and Kato, and the Kato being Bruce Lee. That was really fun. And I watched that because I follow a podcast about called The Bat Chums, which is about Batman 66 and 67 and 68. What else? not much after that. Like I said earlier, I pulled out one of my Doctor Who complete series and I started watching Hand of Fear last night. Probably finish it tonight. I just love that story.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good. I like that one too. Yeah, it's innovative.
And in 10 days, I get even more high quality Tom Baker stuff.
Good.
And I believe that's going to be the end. I think that's all of Tom Baker will have been released. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Still
no.
one more. Still one more missing.
I've always thought there was 6 after 5. Maybe I'll have to change my password.
No, seasons.
Right, are you done? You're still going.
Yeah, I'm done, and I've got to figure out what the next season is going to be while you guys talk.
Okay. Wow, this is a bit everybody was working. I haven't actually got a theme tune for Mary's part of this particular.
Why not?
So what we normally say is just, what about you then, Mary? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been in kind of a slump in terms of things watched, things read. I don't know if I'm just having concentration problems, but I keep reading like these Spyfall reviews of great like movies or limited series, and so I streaming so that I turn them on, and I just can't stick with them. After a couple episodes, it's like, well, I'm really not paying attention to this. So I turn away. One series that has stuck with me, it's on Apple TV, and I really enjoyed it. It was called Slow Horses.
Okay.
I've heard about that. Yes. Yeah.
I think it's season 3 was the most recent, and there's something about that just really does hook me. So I really enjoy Slow Horses. I started it by reading the books. And I had a hard time with the books, but then I started watching the streaming, and it's like, oh, they do such an excellent job that I really do like that. But other than that, I'm kind of in Deb's boat. I find myself getting caught up in Facebook Reels.
Yeah.
Instagram videos. I mean, I'll just start watching one after another.
I quite happily play Reddit bingo when I'm listening to Reddit. He was clicking on the floor, Honda Civic, bingo.
Yeah. I'll look at the clock and I was like, oh my gosh, 2 hours have gone on.
Yeah. How does it happen? I
feel like a real chump when I watch a movie like Spyfall where everybody's getting sucked into their phones because that's me the last totally sucked into the videos on my phones. Yeah. So, and most recently, because the things I tend to enjoy the most when I read are classic books. Because I kind of chide myself and like, oh, come on, Ray, read some of the more, some more modern fiction because, there's got to be good writers out there. But I can never get into modern fiction very much. But so I read an article by some guy I really respect, and he said that whenever he can't find something he really gets into, he goes back to the classics, and he listed a few that really intrigued me. So I've put a reserve on the book called The Way We Are Now, I think it is, by Forsyth. Not Forsyth, is it? Who's the guy who wrote the Forsyth saga?
God. Oh.
Is it a quiz question? Hang on. Carry on. I've got the thing ready.
Anyway, and I really enjoyed reading the Forsyth saga.
I love the Forsyth saga. Have you seen the original one with Damien? Not the original TV series. There was the black and white one.
Yeah, the second one did not catch me at all, but the first one, the original one, really. Yeah.
John Galsworthy, apparently.
John Galsworthy, yeah.
And The Way We Are Now is like 800 pages, and I just love big tomes like that.
Me too.
So I put in a hold at the library so I'm going to start reading that.
And I've got the complete Forsyth saga, and it's a really big book with the thinnest, like Shakespeare level pages. It's really good.
I did, and because the TV series was so good, I ended up reading my way through the whole Forsyth saga and loving all of it. So I guess I'm going to get back into the classics again. Get away from Facebook Reels and Instagram videos.
Well, thank you, Mary. I mean, I will say that I do watch the odd Facebook reel. The trouble with watching the Facebook ones, they pick up on a strange algorithm and then show you stuff you really don't want to see. Deb had that. They kept on showing her horrible dissection videos and really disgusting stuff. So I just me and Deb just mainly stick to TikTok because obviously once you pick up something on FYP that you like, you flick. If you don't like it, you flick it, so they don't show you that sort of stuff again. But the comedy stuff, the cute cat videos, and something that always makes you laugh and feels enjoy watching, you get to watch that all the time. And then you see a stupid advert about something, then it picks up on the cat videos or the sport videos or things about Stranger Things. So eventually you just get to what you want to watch. Sorry.
I really get pulled into the Facebook videos of policemen stopping people who have, who
Tom does that. Yeah.
Is that when they stop FBI agents?
Oh, yeah, and
lawyers.
Yes. And listening to the policeman trying to reason with someone who's just being totally irrational.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Tom likes the police ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite funny when they do that.
Lately I have stopped really doing a lot of the social media videos and stuff because I was just watching it too much. So I've stepped back from doing that. I'm trying to watch more movies and TV shows.
Yeah, we watch TV shows, but the trouble is when you got 5 or 10 minutes to spare. Then
you sit down
it's something to fill a gap, isn't it?
Start watching something, and next thing you know, 2 hours.
Because the videos are about 5, sometimes 10 seconds on average. Otherwise, your attention goes. That's what they're designed for.
I don't think I've been on TikTok in months.
Oh, I don't even have TikTok.
No,
I know
good.
better than to have that.
It's so good. I mean, it's Deb's go-to app for entertainment. For when I've got football on, she'll spend that whole football match flicking through TikTok videos, and then she'll be buying stuff from the TikTok shop. So it's financially not great.
Oh,
wow.
But,
but we have got an awful lot of really good stuff from the TikTok shop. I personally have got some really good gadgets off it, and the best ones being the power packs that charge absolutely everything when I'm not at home.
Gadget.
But there you go. Anyway, so we can't go on talking about this sort of stuff for the rest of the evening because
we're supposed to be talking about Doctor Who.
I've got to renew. Well, we've done that. I've got to do the ankles.
I can make anything about Doctor Who though. You may have noticed.
Okay, next time, hopefully next week. You never know. It depends if something happens because it's Burns night on the 25th, so Debbie won't be there. 25% of me won't be there because 25% of me is Scottish, but I might allow the 75% of me to turn up for that one. No, the 18th is the next available day. There won't be anything on the 1st of February because there's a show, and then we're back on the 8th
I'm out for Burns night.
February. But at the moment, we're okay for the 18th, and there's an episode called Orphan 55, followed by Nicola Tesla's Night of Terror. Those would be the 2 episodes that we would try and absorb between now and then. So hopefully, I quite enjoyed it, if I remember. I seem to quite enjoy Nicola Tesla's Night of Terror. And
yes,
Sinners.
I remember that one was pretty good too. But Orphan 55 is
brilliant. Yes, I know.
We could
stop reviewing it before we watch it. Otherwise, I'll set Debbie onto you.
Master, I have a suggestion.
Uh-oh.
We could spend 2 minutes on Orphan 55.
Yeah, it might be a quick show. But no, it won't be, will it? Because we're going to be doing Nicola Tesla's Night of Silliness.
Right. Okay, so the 18th is definitely on. What about the 25th?
Definitely on, Kirby. It's as on as we can make it under normal parameters.
Fine. Yeah. What about the 25th?
25th. At Burns night. So Debbie probably won't be there, so it's a Scottish thing. And you're married, or you when you marry somebody who's Scottish, you become Scottish, don't you? If I remember rightly, is that right?
Yeah, I'm more Scottish than my husband.
That means your daughter is also Scottish, so therefore that your family is almost as swamped with Scottishness as mine, because I've got the DNA.
So we'll decide on the 25th after next week.
Yeah, potentially we'll do the 18th, and we'll talk about the 25th a bit nearer the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Right, good. Anyway, amazing, Deb. Wow, that's lovely to have you back on the show. I don't know when we'll see you
Actually, I
next.
think the Burns night that I'm going to is on the Friday.
Oh,
so
okay. That must
I
be
might
a
be
possibility
able to
then.
hop on.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we'll look into that.
I'll find out. I'll double check.
Is it a hot party?
Hey?
Burns night.
Burns.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
a Kirby
yeah.
joke.
My socks are on fire.
My ankles are on. I've got frozen
Your
blocks on me.
ankles are frozen.
So anyway, thank you for listening, watching, taking part in the show. Please provide us with feedback so we can have a section of the show that actually has feedback in it. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Fancy Pants.
Get crow.
The 20 Megabyte Doctor Who podcast is an APV Services production, sponsored by whowon.co.uk and lavazi.co.uk. We are proud members of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance. Doctor Who is a trademark of the BBC. No copyright infringement intended. The music on this podcast is covered by limited online music license from PRS for Music.